Greetings, Onion Slice, and Resident Evil 9 will officially be the next Resident Evil game. How do I know that? Well, if you go to Metacritic's website and check out the Resident Evil section, you can find Resident Evil 9 has been secretly listed here. So in case you don't know what this website is, Metacritic is a place where people go to find rankings and reviews of video games, movies, and other things like that. And as you can see, games that have been announced and things like that, such as COD, have already, been officially posted and everything like that, but they haven't been yet rated. Other things such as, games and things like that that are already out, they already have a Metascore or a review. In the case of Resident Evil 9, we only know that it will be on PS5 and other platforms. It will also be on Xbox Series X. And it's okay to assume that it will also be on PC. But yeah, this is not really an official way of finding out how Resident Evil is going to progress through the storyline, but at least we know that it will most likely be Resident Evil 9. Otherwise, why would Metacritic put it up there? So, seeing the success of Resident Evil 4 Remake, it is safe to say that the next installment, Resident Evil 9, will most likely have a third-person option, or, at least have both first-person and third-person. The director of Resident Evil 9 has been confirmed to be director Nakanishi. Now, he was in charge of Resident Evil Revelations 1 and Resident Evil 7. If you want my honest opinion, those were two very solid games in terms of gameplay. The story may have been a little bit all over the place and a little bit wacky, but you can tell he knows what Resident Evil should be about, and Resident Evil 9 will most likely reflect that as well. Now, we don't know anything official other than those things, but we can speculate. If you want my honest opinion, I think Capcom will continue the storyline past Resident Evil Village and sort of focus on a brand new character, or at least something that is related to the aftermath of the Winters saga. In a tweet a couple years ago, Capcom confirmed that they are fully done with the Winters story. So I, of course, would like to see Claire Redfield again, but I don't think we will see the original characters once again in Resident Evil 9. We will probably most likely see someone completely new, or perhaps someone related to the original characters. Perhaps Leon's son or daughter, or Chris's, someone from Chris's team. But I would love to see Billy and Carlos myself. Even Rebecca. Rebecca will be a great addition to the RE engine, in my opinion. But with Rebecca being primarily in the animated movies, it's probably unlikely to see her in a game unless they decide to remake RE0. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Are you excited for a brand new game, or would you like a remake? I personally like that we are progressing through the story with Resident Evil 9. I want to see something brand new, so this is going to be very exciting. Resident Evil 7 was one of the best Resident Evil games when it comes to gameplay, in my honest opinion. Maybe the story wasn't all there and it wasn't solid all the way through, but the beginning part of Resident Evil 7 was by far one of the best modern day Resident Evil games. Maybe not best game, but it's up there in the top 5, I would say. So I can safely say that the next game is most likely going to be focusing on the horror aspect. Even if they do add a little action in there, the primary focus of Resident Evil 9 will most likely be survival horror, as Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Revelations 1 were all more focused on the survival horror aspects of Resident Evil. So you can rest assured that director Nakanishi will deliver with whatever he brings to the table with Resident Evil 9. Anyway, stay tuned by subscribing with all notifications, and click like if you're excited for Resident Evil 9. I have a ton of guides for Resident Evil games, so you can expect me to do more for the next Resident Evil games in the near future, and until I'm no longer able to. Anyway, stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.